Rajiv, other thing which I've often seen entrepreneurs getting into a trap is usually that perfection trap. And I have spoken a lot, many times about that particular thing myself, about the strategy which you tell us always, or the word which you have given us that hey, perfection is a myth, progress is the key. Could you elaborate also a little about that particular thing, because that's a master blaster for me,
Sure.
and I believe it would be a master blaster for many entrepreneurs and business owners too, because they do get trapped in this particular space.
Absolutely. So, if you look at it, most people in the journey of building their business develop this crazy fear psychosis of what if I hire a person and that person doesn't do the job? What if the salary is a waste? What if I build a system and nobody in the team follows the system? What if I explore some strategies for growth and those strategies fail? Then I'll lose money, I'll lose time, I'll lose reputation. So most people have this what if it doesn't work. Now where does this fear of what if it doesn't work come from? It comes from the desire of perfection. Okay, so what people want is when I do X, I should get a perfect result or an output out of it. Now if you understand, the desire is there, okay, but the desire doesn't translate into action because you want perfectionism. So say for example, I have a thought, I need a team, everything is dependent on me, I need to hire people, I need to build teams. But if this what if I hire that person doesn't perform, what if I hire the person learns and leaves, if all these doubts come in, it's coming because I have this desire saying I need to hire and I need to bring in that perfect person who will solve all my problems. Now, none of us have a time machine to know whether that person we're going to hire is going to be the right bet or not. None of us have a time machine to know that system we're going to implement is going to simplify things or not. None of us have a time machine to know whether the strategy we're going to explore, say in marketing or in sales or in scale up, is going to work out or not. No one has a time machine. The only way to figure out if something works or not is by doing it. Now, in the process of doing it, will you win some? Will you lose some? Yes, you will. But even what you perceive as a loss is actually a lesson. And unless you don't learn those lessons, you're not going to get smarter, you're not going to get wiser. So the only way to learn is to take action. There's no manual for success saying step 1, step 2, step 3, life is sorted. Everyone has to figure things out. You figure things out by doing. What is the biggest barrier of doing? The biggest barrier of doing is the desire for perfection. Because the moment this thought comes, what if it doesn't work? You're not going to take action. So you're where you were already. You have not moved even an inch. So I'm a big believer that instead of aspiring for perfection in every situation and in return, in practicality, actually procrastinating your decisions and actions, if you just shift the paradigm and understand that perfectionism is a lie, it's a myth, it's a notion, it doesn't exist. The truth is, business is a game of progress where version 1 is better than version none. Version 1 team is better than no team. Version 1 system is better than no system. Version 1 strategy is better than no strategy. When you embrace the paradigm of progress rather than the paradigm of perfectionism, you release pressure from yourself and you bring in this sense of agility to take decisions and actions. And that agility to take decisions and actions is what makes you wiser, stronger, smarter, and eventually helps you achieve the goals and results that you desire to achieve. So I always say this, that in business, the person who has the maximum appetite to handle shabbiness is the person who will create the maximum progress. If you can't handle shabbiness, you can't handle some unhappy customers, some money lost, some time lost, some reputation lost. If you can't handle that, you'll build a bubble for yourself where you'll be a control freak and you'll believe you're the only one who is the best in the world at what you do and nobody else can do it like you, and you'll live in that bubble forever. And after years of being in that bubble, suddenly this regret will seep in saying, shit yaar, मैं अभी वहीं अटका हूँ. Why haven't I grown? Look at people in my industry. Look at that team member of mine who learned from me. Where has he gone? I always say this, and this is my observation in reality after working with more than 25,000 business owners. Talented people rarely build scalable businesses because there's so much ego attached to their talent that they want everything to be perfect, that they're not playing bigger, bolder. They get stuck in their own mediocrity of doing everything by themselves. So that's my little rant on why perfectionism is actually a disease.